So, quick disclaimer before the video starts, I am in no way good at decorating builds. I mean, just take a look at some of the interiors from my old videos. You get the idea. With that being said though, here are 15 decoration build hacks that you can use to make really cool builds. Let's begin. So the number one build hack that I want to share with you guys is a fireplace Ember build hack. Now the props galleries you'll need for this are the general props gallery and the elemental cubes gallery, as is on this sign right here. And basically what you want to do is you want to place a fireplace and then take the small lava cube from the elemental cubes gallery and just kind of stick it in the bottom there. And this makes it kind of look like it's got some little embers in there, which just add a little bit more detail. One thing to note as well though is that this does work in some places better than others. For example, a lava tile placed here is darker than a lava tile placed over here just because of the place where it is on the map. So this next detail that you can add is a kind of smokestack looking thing, and all you need for this is the cubes gallery. Just resize the grey cube from the cube gallery to be really small, and then you want to gradually increase its size until you make it bigger than it normally is, and just kind of sprinkle them around to make it look a bit like smoke. Now this does especially work on things like suburban houses. This is actually a direct copy paste from my suburban house video I did quite a while ago. But this can be used for a variety of things, and it's definitely a good thing to know how to do in case you need to know it. It also may or may not look like something out of Minecraft, but for the purpose of this video we're going to ignore that. So number 3 is how to get this kind of blue fire effect. Now you're going to need the castle prop gallery for this one, and basically all you want to do is you just want to place these torches, resize them to be massive, and put them underground so that they kind of poke up, and the fire should come up through the top, and you can have a really cool effect. Now this isn't a very useful thing for absolutely everything, but if you kind of use it like I have here, in like a castle setting type thing, it can definitely make a lot of difference and be a really cool feature. So in the next spot we have a bit of a strange one, and it's this kind of strange plant looking thing. Now the gallery I would recommend using for this one is the outdoor residential prop gallery, mainly because it features a lot of plants. Now this one is a very simple one to build. All you have to do is basically just spam a whole bunch of plants inside each other, and you get this really cool thing that you can use for like a, I don't know, maybe an alien landscape or a garden of some sort. It's kind of up to you where you use it, but it can be a interesting thing to have in your map. Next up, and this is one that I use quite often actually in my modern house videos, it is a potted hedge. Now basically all you want to do for this is grab the general props gallery and the nature shrub gallery, put the pot down from the general props gallery, put a hedge on top of it, and this can be added to a variety of builds, but I would say modern houses benefit from this the most. Just adding a couple of these is really the difference between a good build and a great build. So the 6th hack is to create a stained glass window. You'll need the Cragicus prop gallery and the elemental cubes gallery. Now this is a little bit trippy to look at, not gonna lie, and it's a little bit finicky with some of the mechanics used. But all you want to do is you want to resize a cube from the elemental cubes gallery to be about this size. It can be the cube version, or it can also be like the water or the lava. And then you just want to use this pipe, resize it, rotate it and stuff to kind of create a pattern. Here's what I've done here. You can copy it if you like, or you can create your own pattern. It doesn't really matter. You can also use those same props to make a kind of fancy looking bed. From the Cragicus prop gallery you'll find those pipes, and also the general props gallery where you find the bed and of course the curtain. All you want to do here is just put up these pipes on either 4 sides of the bed and just put these curtains in between, and then you've got this kind of fancy 4-poster bed looking thing. This is just a small one, but it's very useful nonetheless. This one you're not really likely to recognize, but it is in fact a resized version of the trophy thing from the Wild West prop gallery, kind of turned upside down, and I've got some little gold bars on top of it. They're not necessary, but you can create this really nice looking table thing which you can put in like a modern house or something. Just a different table option for people that don't want to stick to the normal stuff. Next up we have one of my favourites in the list actually, and it's using these small wood pieces from the outdoor residential prop gallery and just kind of littering them around to create a stepping stone path. They're really small at first, so you're going to have to resize them, but once you do, you can just keep using the same props, maybe resizing them a little bit over and over again. But once you've got the initial path set up, you can just copy and paste it wherever you want. Ladder. This one is very interesting actually. You actually need to use the outdoor residential prop gallery and the Craggy Cliffs prop gallery. The Craggy Cliffs prop gallery, you grab these ropes, put them side by side and put these planks in between them. You might need to resize them a little bit, but as long as you get the general shape of this, it should be fine. This could be really useful if you're kind of building a tree house or something and you want a way to get into it. Although you can't actually climb this, it is just a prop. Number 11, hanging lanterns. Now these are actually pretty simple to do. You need to grab the Frenzy Farm prop gallery and you just need to take a wall, any wall will do, and put this hanging lantern thing at the back of the wall so it pokes through like this, and you can kind of have them in a line along the wall, and it's a really good way of lighting up your builds. Up next, and you might have seen this in some of my previous videos, or you might have just seen it when I showed you the back of that, but you can actually use the lantern things from the Shark Wall Gallery and put them behind windows to make a light coming out of them. Now I used this in one of my tutorials a little while ago. It was my Japanese house tutorial. I gave detailed instructions on how to use that with the Japanese window, but as a general rule you just want to kind of position it back. Make sure the top isn't sticking out too much, otherwise you get this black line across your windows, which you may or may not want. Also, depending on the angle that you're viewing it at, there can be gaps, which again is a bit of a downside. But the upside of this is you can have glowing windows that look really good from afar. So say you're all the way back here, say it's switched to night, like this, you can see they're glowing from a little way away and it looks really nice. Next up, this one's a very widely used one. You can use the Cubes Gallery, this kind of reflective piece here, to make a modern house window. I've utilised this in the past a couple of times. There are other alternatives to this as well. This is kind of the OG way to do this. So if you want a little bit of nostalgia, make a window out of these blocks. Next up, we're probably going to have to turn it back to day for this one, and it's to create these bowls using the Frenzy Farm prop gallery, and you just want to place these lamps kind of in the table like this, and you can get these really nice modern looking bowl things. The only downside of this is that it does look a little bit strange at night time, hence why I had to switch it to day just now. But if you're building this in a very well lit place, it shouldn't really be a problem. Now the final build decoration hack, and now this one's a little bit of a weird one, and I'm definitely actually going to be using it in a upcoming project I'm working on. May or may not be released, I don't know yet. You have to resize this piece from the Art Deco prop gallery, I believe. As you can see, this is what it originally looks like, and you just kind of have to resize it height and width until you get this kind of piece here, and you want to put this around your walls. Maybe only do 1 or 2 walls in a place, and it will kind of give the walls a little bit more detail and really make for an interesting build. So those were 15 decoration build hacks. Now I hope these will help you become better at decorating your builds. I know personally through the process I have probably become a better decorator myself. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. I do in fact read them all. But with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.